Hello, sensitive and sovereign souls, and good morning if you're joining us live. My apologies for late. I had technical difficulties with the internet at the park today, but here we are. Welcome to day 3 of our energetic boot camp. Today is about boundaries and containment. And again, my name is Victoria. I'll be your guide. As always, feel free to drop into the comments. Let us know how you're feeling. Let us know how this process is going for you. And how your exercises are going in the workbook. So, boundaries. First, I'd like to address something that highly sensitive people or highly empathic people are definitely guilty of, and that is either not setting or maintaining healthy boundaries. I have definitely been guilty of myself of this in the past. The easiest way to address it is to set a boundary at the start of something. And I know for sensitive people, that can feel like a disconnect. It can feel a little bit harsh at times, but that way you don't have to go in later and try to set something new, which is going to be perceived much more harshly. So that's why self-reflection, introspection, and exercises like what we're doing today are so important, because you just want to be aware of what those boundaries are for you. And the more in touch you are with that, the easier it'll be moving forward with setting them preemptively. So if you turn to day 3 in our PDF workbook, we have an exercise on energetic boundaries. So we'll actually be drawing what we feel our energetic field looks like, where we feel there are any leaks within that field, and also what your energetic no feels like. This can be a really helpful one for sensitive and intuitive people to really get in touch with. If, say, you're having a conversation with someone and they're bringing up an idea that perhaps they are inviting you to be involved with, and while it sounds great, you may have a nagging feeling in the back of your mind saying, no. And of course, we ignore that because it sounds good. We want to be polite. But if you're really standing in your personal sovereignty, you're tuning into those feelings. You're not ignoring them. It's there for a reason. And just slowing things down a little bit, saying, let me have some time to think about this. It sounds amazing. It doesn't break the connection, but it gives you time to honor your cycle. In the human design system, about 50% of the population are what's called an emotional authority, meaning you don't get instant clarity in the moment knowing exactly what you want or whether or not something is for you. Those feelings are a little bit fuzzy, and they actually unfold and evolve over time. So if you do happen to fall on that side of the emotional spectrum, it's more important than ever to honor that time that your system needs to calibrate that information and feel things out. So just take a moment to think about what that energetic no feels like for you. For me, it's kind of a little bit of a nagging voice, maybe a little bit of a tightening in my chest or my arms, things like that. And just maybe jot down some notes about that. And next, we'll talk about where you feel like your energy is leaking in daily life. So the biggest way to identify this is feeling drained, feeling resistant, things that you feel heavy resistance to or you find heavily draining. Obviously, there's mundane tasks that we need to do every day, but I'm talking when it comes to relationships with others, whether it's your job, your friends, your family. Is there one particular one that feels particularly draining? It's worth going inside and doing some digging to see exactly what is causing that. Seeing if you can limit that particular activity or even limit your interaction with that person is stepping into your sovereignty, because when you take care of yourself, you maintain your energetic hygiene, and you make decisions that are in alignment with your goals, what you want, and what's best for you, that's when we have greatest access to our gifts. That's when we're able to really thrive and shine our unique light that we're here to share. So a lot of people, if you start setting boundaries all of a sudden, there's going to be a little bit of resistance there from them, because they are used to that previous version of you that had a much more fluid system of boundaries. But that wasn't healthy for you. You started becoming depleted. Maybe you were being taken advantage of, undervalued. You could have even been felt neglected or emotionally abused. Hopefully, never physical. Obviously, we want to get away from those situations. But it's important for your personal sovereignty to honor what's healthy for you. So, again, take some time in today's exercise to visualize that field, see where your leaks are, and kind of identify how that feels in your body as well. And that way you can, when it comes up in the moment, you can become more aware of it. It's like a little red flag. Ooh, my boundaries are being pushed a little bit. Let me give a little space here so I can process and think about how I want to handle this, if you're not prepared to handle it in that moment. So traditional boundary systems often fail for highly sensitive women because we try to be too polite. Whenever women are assertive, direct, or blunt, it can come across as aggressive for some reason. I think just what people are used to women being a little more soft, and especially sensitive people, we can come across as more tender. So when we do try to set a boundary, we might not do it in a very direct, firm way. And people can tend to keep pushing. They will just bulldoze. So that's why, just being polite and trying to change the subject or shift away from it, and people don't let that go, it's because we do have that tenderness about us. And some people have a more forceful energy. So we talked about grounding by sending your energy down into the earth and up into the sky. In the moment, if you feel your boundaries are being pushed, taking a really deep breath and doing that visualization can help ground you. And also, we talked about visualizing that bubble of your energy. You decide what gets to penetrate that bubble. So don't sleep on that technique. It's a good one. You can visualize it as a white light or a golden light, and any energy that isn't positive or isn't for your highest good slides right off of it. And just having that intention, saying it out loud or in your mind, can be really helpful. Also, again, taking that space to figure out how you want to say it in a way that's not going to come across as harsh, or just saying, that sounds wonderful, but it's not really for me right now. That sounds great, but I'm not feeling drawn to that at the moment, but I wish you all the best with it. Something like that. How about, like, in a work scenario, you say, these are my working hours. This is my set of boundaries. If someone repeatedly violates that, that's an issue that needs to be addressed. Because if that keeps going on, you get more and more depleted. You're going to build up some resentment and be less accommodating in the future. They're going to wonder why you're less accommodating. So with people that are forceful, again, it's really important to protect your boundaries. Act preemptively, give yourself some space if you need it, so you don't feel pushed and pressured in the moment to take on something that isn't in alignment with you. Right, everyone. Tomorrow we have a really fun exercise in the workbook. We're going to talk about using water as a energetic cleansing mechanism. One of the easiest and most readily available ones, and we tend to overthink it. So don't forget to tune in live tomorrow at 8 a.m. and we will go over it. Have a great day, everyone.